Alright, so welcome back. Hoping you guys are having a fabulous day. Today, a lot of people have been asking me, I get the collab is out right now, but for anyone that's not summoning for the collab, like again, a lot of people apparently are, you might want to know about the festival, right? So again, I'm going to give you a quick breakdown of what you should know and just take into consideration about the festival, what we know so far, what's most likely going to happen, and how that's going to go. With it, let's jump into this. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. Let's have some fun with it. So the first thing, right, I have the all the patch notes for every single part of the 2.5 and the 1.5, which I'll go through in a second here, right? First thing, because everyone's been asking this basic question, who is the unit going to be, right? Who do you think the entire 1.5 leading into 2.5, leading into now 3.5, which is it going to be? What could it be? So again, I'm telling you now, people wanted to say otherwise. Usually when they do it 1.5, a 2.5, or 3.5, it's always a sin. That is how it's always been. That's the precedent, right? Now, if we go off of that, that leaves us with only 2 sins basically kind of remaining, because it's like been a while, right, since we've had them. You could say it's, you know, Bond getting another sin thing. It's the one Escanor, most likely. Can't be Liz. We just got a new Liz. Can't be Melly. Literally can't. Merlin just got a second one. Can't be her. Deanne just got a Fez. Can't be her. Harlequin was the last 2.5. I don't think he's getting another Fez this fast. I don't think so. It's literally, I think only Escanor. Again, I'm pushing it by saying Bond. That was the those are the second Annie. So, you know, I'm pushing it by saying that. Harlequin, again, no, and then Gother, as mentioned, is the only other one. I think it's Escanor, okay? It has to be, like, it's been so long since we had him. 1.5 was when Escanor dropped, by the way, right? You see it here, 1.5. So 2 years ago, we got the last Escanor for the game. Bonkers to kind of think about. I hate it more than anything, but yeah, that's what happened. Again, then the end of year is going to happen. That year was Assault Meliodas. The year after was Team Melee. So we'll see what happens. I don't think they can do another Melee, but this is Net Marvel. They can pull anything out of the magic hat when it comes to it. But again, that's the basic thing. That's what you should know, right? Now, if we head over to the 2.5, and if you look at it also, the way they did it was KOF was leading into Ragnarok, which leaded into, you know, the Fez. So it could be like this here exactly. The Fez, or the collab, leading into the Ragnarok update, leading into one and only, whoever it is, Escanor or whatever. Could happen that way. Could happen, right? But again, for this thing, it happened on the 25th over here. And then for Escanor, I think it also happened on the 25th. So the staple date of it happening is always the 25th. This year, it lands on dropping on the 24th. So just a day off. Everything's fine, though. So I'm guessing that exactly what's going to happen. We'll get a banner next week. That'll probably be a 600 banner. I don't think they're going to go step up into it. But I do think on the 17th, they're going to announce a banner. That banner not being a actual summonable banner with gems. It'll be most likely a free banner. Remember this year, we had a great free banner. It was the homecoming thing. That's sarcasm. The banner was turd. If you're wondering what the banner was, it was this. It was Genie Meliodas. It was the other, so these were like the 2 crap Meliodases. It was Fairy King, again, like the Sin version, like not even anything good. Just look at it, read it through. There was not many things that were actually worth it. Maybe Excalibur Arthur, if you want to say. We had Hunter Slater. We had Darieri, the, I don't even know which Darieri this was. It was just not a good banner, okay? You had Lilia on there, I guess, Easton Shin. It was overall a homecoming banner, that's what they were. It's meant to basically, potentially, give you something that you don't have. It's for new players. That's what these banners are for, right? That's all they're for. They're not the best, okay? They're really not the best, but that's what they did, and I really didn't need much there. They also like gave little like gifts and stuff like that on it, which gave like level materials, and there were other stuff in there that, you know, kind of helped out. You can see right here what they gave, right? So that's what they did, okay? And they also gave away 2 multis. They gave away 2.5 multis, potentially 2.5 if you were lucky. Remember that? For the entire King banner, which was what they had. So again, this was all announced the week before the actual festival. So we knew beforehand, right? I don't know if that's going to happen this year where they announced beforehand. Why? When this happened for, you know, King, the reason it all happened was because Slime was destroying Grand Cross to the point to where, you know, people were just focused on that game. And, you know, Grand Cross became a little bit less hyped. As soon as King got announced, the hype shifted from Slime back to Grand Cross immediately. So it worked. Nevermind did a great job at bringing everybody back with a good like a festival unit. So there is that, right? But again, I don't know if they're going to do it this year where they announce it too early. Most likely they won't, but they could. So keep that in mind. That's how that's gonna work. But with it also, to partially bring back hype, they also dropped a poll, right? Remember this entire thing? You can can vote for a festival unit. It was a survey draw, but not a survey draw. It was not like you can vote for, let's say, Mono, let's say Red Tarmiel. Not that type of draw. It was the one where you can vote for festival units. And again, the selection was very limited. It was only Sins. So that is basically how the vote went. And again, it wasn't really the best. It wasn't really like the best vote. But this year we could have a better one. We could either go down the route, if they want to choose to do it, they could pick like a regular survey draw and they allow us to vote for everything, including the festival units. They could do that, or they just go down the route of us, voting for whichever Sin we want. Again, in comparison to last year, there are a few more characters that would be great to drop on the banner. What the banner actually ended out to be, this is what the banner was, right? So we had Escanor, we had Bon, we had Merlin. We voted for these three, that's how it went. And then the rest of the banner you can see was pretty much garbage, yeah? He had Brunhilde on here at the time, which was good. He had Sigurd, which was fine. These two were okay. It wasn't the best banner. It wasn't the best. So if they mimic it, what they did, again, releasing such a hyped unit where they could toilet out the rest of the banner, that could happen this year. That genuinely could. But we'll see how they do it. We'll see what they plan to do with it. But again, we could be potentially voting for the, Sins of who actually gets on. Red DN is probably where my vote's going to go. Who else do I need dupes of? Festival Gother. Like, Unknown Team has been, like, running rampant, so a lot of people want dupes for that. I can see that also kind of winning. Plus, he doesn't return that often. Who else? We could see... Maybe... we can't vote for the current Fez Merlin. It's not going to happen 100%. You could potentially vote for, if you want, King. Again, Escanor I see also winning. Somehow, even though he was given for free, I still see people voting for him just because he's popular. And he's Escanor. But we'll see how it goes, right? So again... That's where it probably stands, being us able to vote for these characters. We could vote for these, but I just doubt it. I don't think it's going to happen. And then again, I wanted to pull this up and just to show it to you. I was editing the video and then I was like, you know what? This is actually the thing I just remembered. With the recent Annie, the third Annie, with Elizabeth and all that, Light Elizabeth, right? They did rerun a poll event, right? You had the chance to vote for both the featured and unfeatured units on the banner, which were pretty cool. So that was the kind of case there. But the thing is, right, they also put this in the dev notes, which again, Netmarble's word really is like, possibly. That's the word of Netmarble when it comes to some of their stuff. They did say, similar to the 3rd anniversary poll event, we plan to provide poll events regularly in the future for more chances to acquire the heroes you need. Again, since then, we haven't gotten a poll event, and it would make sense they were hinting towards the 3.5 getting another poll event. Again, they could be hinting towards it getting, yes, a poll event in the, case that you get to vote for festival units, not unfeatured units, but who knows? It's just mentioned here, so it solidifies that the chance that we're getting an actual vote event is there, but who knows? And again, after the entire update, we did go straight into getting the entire login for the Fez Melee banner. So remember that in the latter half of the update, you will probably encounter another login. Again, you could also encounter a login with the update. Really depends on how they want to do it, but every single festival as of now has been giving us gems here and there, which has been insane, right? So you had a collab, which never usually gives you that many gems. It gave you 100 gems. You then had the, last festival, the Merlin one, gave like 170. Esterosa gave like another 100 plus on the gems. So there's been a lot of festivals giving gems. We had the entire anniversary for the, the story, right? That gave us 100 gems, which is also pretty cool. So there's been many logins. I'm guessing this will have one too, most likely. Again, with this update, we got the, the Gear Gacha got on rate up. That happened. Then with Melee, the Sigurd Treasure Shop got on discount. They might reverse it for this year, do the opposite. They could do it that way. That's also a thing. Most likely, you'll also go and walk away with getting the 2 best events now forever are going to be the best new events, probably. The fact that you can now simultaneously clear the demons, that's probably going to drop too. We're going to get like a Goddess Blessing event. Most likely, that's going to be also the case. That's been like the kind of staple to these recent festivals. All those things will most likely be the case. So there's a lot to look forward to in the actual festival. But again, if we go off of precedent, the banner's gonna suck, and so is the free banner. There will be a free banner, but it won't be the best free banner, right? It's just a kind of doozy of a banner. Again, you can vote for the the festival units if they choose to make that another thing this year. Again, it's going to be weird because last year they were encountering slime, which was taking away some hype, okay? This year they don't have to do much, right? They generally don't have to. They could, but they don't have to. In comparison with what was last year. We just had a collab, we had some hype stuff. There's no competition right now. Let's say Black Clover announces something in the next few weeks and they're scared for competition. They'll drop more stuff and make it a little bit more hyped in comparison. Again, last year was just, I guess you can say an odd time, because there was something really hyped going on, which again was slime, which did take away a little bit of hype. You could say whatever, you could say no it didn't. It did. You know, a lot of the content creators were covering that. I included was doing a lot of videos on that, having fun with it, enjoying it, while, you know, 7DS had the KOF rerun, which was a bit dry for a lot of people. So, you know, different things, right? But again, that's currently where we stand. That's currently what's happening. The entire festival will hopefully be pretty good. I'm again hoping Escanor is the unit. It could be, could not be. I'm really wondering. It could also be like Demon Cusack. They could do that if they really want to. Again, off of precedent, it's always been a sin, but they could change everything. You know, we don't usually get a new collab right 2 months after an old collab, but we did. So they changed the precedent there. And it's in the air. A lot can happen, a lot can't happen. But we'll wait and see. And again, if it is Escanor, big W. If it's not Escanor, big L. Again, if you've been saving and, you know, you skipped the collab, you know, whoever you're saving for, hopefully it's good. But again, if it's not a hype festival, people that did something for the collab, they kind of are safe. There's many ways around this. I hope it's just a good festival. People have been saving for it. It hopefully doesn't suck. Gives a good, you know, Escanor revives the game. I'm happy. I'm genuinely am. But again, that's where it stands. Be ready for it. We should see a Ragnarok update soon, because it's been so long since we had Ragnarok. It's nuts how long it's been. But yeah, basically it. Hopefully you enjoyed going over what we should see in this entire thing. There's a lot to look forward to if they handle it properly. Again, most likely it's going to be a 1-unit thing also. They're not going to do like a free unit on the side. They could, but, you know, we'll see, right? So again, that's been it for me. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, enjoy, and that's been the what the 3.5 NE should look like and what to expect.